It's Eric, and this is Assisting Hands Richmond's Friday Finish Early Edition. I'll get in a little bit of why we're doing a little bit earlier than our normal 4 o'clock on Fridays, but we're happy to be here. So I'm going to do a little bit of my screen sharing and get that all ready to go. Hope everybody's having a great week, and I'm looking forward to kind of sharing with what happened this week and some exciting things we have going on this week. So great. So again, I'm Eric Rohr. I'm the owner of Assisting Hands Richmond. We help people with activities of daily living. That's bathing, grooming, toileting, transferring, cooking, and cleaning. We come and help people and support people wherever they may call home. That may be in assisted living communities, independent living communities, traditional homes, skilled nursing facilities, etc. And we also specialize in dementia-related services. So we have highly trained caregivers that can specialize in dementia care. And really, at the end of the day, our goal is to help you remain happy and at home. So I'm going to get into a few things here. One thing I do want to point out. So if you look behind me, I've gotten a wall hanging to go behind me that has our logo on it and our tagline, helping you remain happy at home. It's a little bit weird for me because I had to take off the mirror view in Zoom. So I'm always moving kind of in a backward fashion so I can frame my big noggin within that thing. But I'd love to hear your comments on how it's showing up on the video. So anyway, so let's kind of come into, we had another great week at Assisting Hands. We've been onboarding new clients. We've had some new caregivers, etc. But I want to kind of start off by saying congratulations to Aaliyah. Aaliyah is our client care coordinator. She does a great job, and she's also a caregiver with us. And she just did something that was great. She just went and spent 2 days becoming certified as an instructor in first aid, CPR, and AED. So she's now an instructor, which helps us provide in-house training to our caregivers and staff on all those important things. And all of our caregivers are CPR certified, which actually the state of Virginia, for our license, we're licensed by the Department of Health, do not require caregivers to be CPR certified, but we do have them become CPR certified if they're going to be in people's homes. So we're really excited about that. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about this. I've mentioned this in some other Facebook Live videos before. And the reason I'm not going to be able to do Facebook Live at 4 o'clock is myself and one of my expertly trained caregivers are going to be doing some screenings for a wedding. And the wedding is, we got to be over there at 3:30 today to get prepared and then start screening the guest. And I'm really excited about this. And this is going to allow this wedding to go on. It's not at a church, it's at a different venue because the church is still not allowing people to come into their building. But I know that the family was excited that they found our services that could put themselves and their guests at ease, that they are doing some level of screening. So this is actually what we do. Our little flyer on the type of events we're doing, weddings, any kind of parties, bar mitzvahs, etc. And really what we're doing is we're going to be doing temperature screenings with our contactless thermometers to see if they're at or below the CDC recommended temperature of 100.4. We'll be asking 3 questions, and you can see I have them on the screen. We're looking for no answers in these cases, and if there are no answers or pass, yes answers or fails. And then we're looking visually, we're looking for obvious signs of sniffling, coughing, and respiratory distress, which are the key kind of visual indicators of potentially having COVID-19. So anyway, that's what I'm going to be doing this afternoon. We actually have another wedding that we've already booked for later this month in Charlottesville. So if you know of anybody that has weddings or large parties where they want to add an extra level of comfort, that they're screening their guest and help mitigate the chances that somebody's going to have COVID-19 and maybe spread it at their event, we're happy to help them. So just call us and we'll be happy to speak with you about how that works. All right. So now the next part is our shout out for the week. Now, disappointing that my guest, who I was going to have live, is not going to join us. But she's doing the right thing. She's taking care of some families and residents. So my shout out guest was Brooke Brockdorff from Brookdale in Midlothian. I worked with Brooke, is pretty much since I started kind of connecting with people. She's wonderful. I've done some events with her, etc. But the reason I wanted Brooke to come on is not only speak about their wonderful community down in Midlothian, not too far from Independence Golf Course. It's a beautiful community, but I'm really excited to talk about something that we're going to kick off. I've spoken about the dementia workshops that Kathy Hamlin is developed and is leading for us. We had teamed up with Brooke and Brookdale Midlothian back at the beginning of the year to deliver all of these dementia workshops at their beautiful community. And literally the very first one was scheduled the day that the shutdown orders came in March. So obviously all this got scrapped and put on the sidelines. And so Brooke and I have been in contact with one another. We've actually helped out a few of their residents with our services. And she just came to me and said, Eric, we've got to do these workshops. Let's do them virtually. So I'm really excited that we're going to be kicking off our very first virtual dementia workshops. So the very first one we're going to do is the 10 early warning signs of dementia. We're going to do it Thursday, August 13th, 10 a.m. via Zoom. If you're interested, I can get you the Zoom link. I've also posted it on my Facebook page with the link in it. So you can just click on it and join us. We also be doing it on Facebook Live. So if you don't have the link and you just want to tune in on Assisting Hands Facebook page, it'll be starting to be broadcast live at 10 a.m. Kathy's going to be leading the conversation. We'll be going through the 10 early warning signs of dementia. And then Brooke in Brookdale has a wonderful memory care wing. And, we'll talk about kind of when is it right to be at home with someone living with dementia, and when is it the right time for you to consider memory care. And I will say Brookdale has a wonderful memory care unit. So we will be doing that next Thursday, 10 a.m. via Zoom. Super excited. And then we're going to be doing each of the other workshops on I believe it's the second Thursday of every month, and until we do all 7. And we're going to plan for now doing them virtually, but we're hoping maybe over that 7-month period, we'll get to a point where we can do them in person and maybe supplement that with a virtual workshop as well. So everybody's welcome to join in, and we encourage it. And since it'll be Zoom, we'll be able to do it. If you do it via Zoom, you'll be able to ask questions and interact with Kathy and get her expertise. Otherwise, you'll be able to watch it on Facebook, and we'll certainly have the videos for that. So anyway, the other thing I want to point out, Brookdale, and I was going to love talking to Brooke about this. So last holidays, they had a festival of trees. They asked people to come in and decorate trees. I have to give all due credit. My wife came up with this, but this is the tree that Assisting Hands did in their community. And you can see it's a snowman / Christmas tree. My wife came up with that. She did all the decorations, and Brooke can't, argue with me, but I believe we won the most creative Christmas tree from the Festival of Trees last Christmas. So really a fun community. They had a lot of great trees for all the residents to go around and see. So anyway, that was another thing that I had fun with Brooke and the Brookdale community, Brookdale Midlothian. So that's the shout out for this week for Brookdale. The last thing before we wrap it up is, there's Brooke's information. That's her office number and her mobile number. Like I said, she's taking care of a family right now. She really sends her apologies. She couldn't join us, but she's doing absolutely the right thing in helping with that family. with trying to get their paperwork straight to move in. So here's Brooke's information if you want to call her to ask her about the virtual dementia workshops or about Brookdale's assisted living or memory care community. Like I said, go visit it virtually, I guess, right now, but it's gorgeous and I think it's a great place. All right, so right before we leave, I'm going to keep pitching this. We have the Walk to End Alzheimer's coming up at the end of October. Assisting Hands Richmond has a team. We'd love you to join our team, either to walk or help us raise money for that worthy cause. Again, join the Assisting Hands Richmond team, Walk to End Alzheimer's. That's all I have for this week. Looking forward to Friday, the Friday finish next week. It should be back at its regular time at 4 o'clock. But until then, thanks again for tuning in. And just remember, our goal is to help you remain happy and at home. Have a wonderful weekend.